Hello, gorgeous Capricorn, and welcome to August 2020, a really powerful time of the year for you specifically. And this month is full of this directed, powerful energy that wants us to see clearly and understand thoroughly whatever it is that has been coming to the surface or has felt like it's been a bit foggy or confusing in the months leading up to this. We've had a lot of energy shifting around, the North Node shifting, Saturn going back and forth, eclipse season, Venus retrograde. The last several months, the last 4 or 5 months have been a huge shift in all of our perspectives, and the energies have been definitely speaking to that. And August is a lot about focusing in. And August is always really interesting for you as well because the sun is moving through Leo for most of the month. And that's 8th house energy for you. So this is all about transformation. It's all about transmutation. It's all about exploring who you are on the other side of the mystery process and letting go of who you think you're supposed to be, letting go of who you've maybe been in the past and welcoming in something new. And then of course, as we move through the end of the month, we start getting into Virgo season, fellow earth sign, and we start to get into the philosophical expansion of your mind and where you want to take things next when you zoom out and you really look at the big picture, at the underpinnings of what it is that matters in your life and the way you philosophize about it. So powerful month all around for Capricorn energy. So let's talk through a few of the things that are going on, and I will start to shuffle, and we will talk through also the intuitive message I got for you even before we talk cards. So there's a full moon in your second house in Aquarius, your neighboring sign, illuminating things. This is a very playful moon. It wants to come up with new solutions, new ideas, new ways of moving through the world. Here, this has to do with your self-value, how you love yourself, how you care for yourself, how you allow beautiful things into your life, and revolutionizing that. We have Mercury moving through Leo as well most of this month in the 8th house in Leo. And as I said, Leo, Strength card came up. This is an important energy for you this month. And I think Strength card is quite appropriate for the August energy. We also have Venus moving through Cancer this month in your 7th house. Your relationship house is so good for connection, deeper understanding, deeper nurturing, nourishing energy. Uranus is starting his retrograde, his annual retrograde in Taurus in your 5th house. So there's going to be some reconnection to your heart chakra, some reintegration, some slowdown, some reflection going on for you at this time, which will be really nice, I think. And that's going on through the rest of this year. So you'll be kind of working with that in the behind the scenes. We also have a new moon in Leo in the 8th house. And then we also have all that movement with the sun moving through 8th into 9th house this month. So this is the big things. As you can tell, there's not eclipses, there's not dramatic shifts. What there are these very clear moments in time of defining what it is we want to take with us moving forward. Working through 8th house energy, 4 of Pentacles, that card has been coming up a lot this month. Moving through 8th house energy always asks us, and this is the message that I got for you all before I even started pulling these cards. It relies on your inner guidance system, on that really deep knowing, way below the ocean waves, when you sink to the ocean floor and you really listen in bone deep, right? And it asks you to listen into that part of yourself rather than the haunted house, rather than the anxious thoughts, rather than the self-protective think through worst case scenarios so you make sure that, oh, something fell. 10 of Pentacles, love it. To make sure that you are safe, right? All the safety mechanisms. This type of energy is asking you to listen into that deeper knowing that takes you onto that much more mystical understanding of life and existence. So even though this month is very direct, very clear, 4 of Cups, it's also going to ask you to sit in the mystery of that clarity. Often the clarity we get from that deep inner knowing system is so simple, is so direct. It doesn't want to waffle about in the haunted house. Even if it's a hard truth, even if it's a truth that feels big and momentous and like something we'll have to learn to understand over time, it's simple and crisp and clear. And King of Wands. Wow. Okay. What I love about the cards that I see here for you this month, my beautiful Capricorn clan, is that there is this kind of just sitting and noticing and feeling and knowing energy going throughout all of these cards. And I do think that's so much 8th into 9th house energy, Leo into Virgo season. And I'm actually writing this right with you because I'm a Sagittarius rising, but my house placements are such that a lot of Leo season is also in my 8th house, and a lot of my first house is in Capricorn. So I will be doing this work right there with you, with this 8th, 9th house kind of feel. And there is this solidness to the energies that I'm seeing here. It's not about running around. It's not about starting a whole bunch of different fires and running around and holding all the utensils. There's much more of this focused vision. You have Saturn back with you, and I know many of you have experienced that in different ways, and you will have Saturn back with you until close to the end of the year. And here's our last little visitation of Saturn and Capricorn. And there is an understanding, there's a culmination going on here with everything we've been learning since December 2017. And when I look at things like strength in the Four of Cups or Four of Pentacles, what I see there is a conversation about really looking and seeing and understanding what it is you've accomplished, who it is you are becoming, how you are going to take your energy moving forward, and the value of taking a moment to just ponder that and let some answers come in, right? Because whenever you get the message of the Strength card, it's not about rushing, it's not about control, it's not about the fastest action to get to the quickest results. It's about mastering that part of ourselves that wants all that movement and action and to have everything figured out, and to listen into what the real wisdom is, right? And to know it's okay not to be in a rush always to get every answer. And I would say even the wisdom of Four of Pentacles ties into that. We resist Four of Pentacles because we think this is about poverty, this is about restriction, this is about lack of confidence. And maybe that haunted house, worst case scenario energy is coming up through. Maybe you have thoughts of those things coming through. Maybe you're experiencing, versions of that in your mind or in reality. However, the Four of Pentacles is also a culmination energy. And this means that it's about sitting still and hearing something before you can move. Sometimes we do need to listen to that scared voice. The Furies, as Martha Beck calls them, right? The Furies that come in and say, you're not worthy, you're not allowed to heal or to be successful or to be happy or to just be at peace. You're not worthy. Something's going to come and take you down, right? Those voices, and we've all struggled with them. We all have our version of them. Four of Pentacles sometimes allows us to hear those and understand that they do not contain us. They are not telling us the deeper truth, right? And I think sometimes when we're preparing to really open up a new chapter, when we are opening our heart to that chapter, we have a moment where this energy comes up. So there's a deep knowing there, because the center of your reading, we're doing 5 cards this month. And the center of your reading is the Ten of Pentacles, one of my favorite cards to see connected with Capricorn energy. This is a very empowering card. It's tied to life. It's tied to the stuff of life. It's tied to the whole big gooey process of life. The way it moves, the way it builds over time. It's a spiritual understanding of how we experience family, time, abundance, and connection. Right? And it always ties us back into a bigger image of what it is that we are going for in life and where we are taking our adventure. And for me, what I'm seeing with Strength and Four of Pentacles there's something that you are opening up to. It's something that you are inviting in. And what I always find in life is that we think maybe we just need to do one ritual or one realization that we need to invite in. Maybe the love we want or the job we want, or even just to let ourselves be happy in the environment that we have created. But inviting in the goodness and the wisdom is kind of a daily practice. We keep inviting it in. And this month is going to ask you day after day, keep inviting it in. Even when the Furies are talking, even when maybe there's some interesting movement going on in the world, it's going to keep inviting you to invite it in over and over and over. And that's going to be a dialogue you're going to be noticing. There's a peacefulness and a calm to the energy here. That's, like I said, very crisp, very clear, very consistent. Four of Cups too. I actually love this energy. I really do, because Four of Cups, once again, four in tarot is really important. And you got two of the most often, I think, misunderstood or kind of scary fours that you can get, because four is all about culmination. It's all about rounding out an experience. It's all about the moment that you take when you understand that one phase has ended and another is beginning. And what I see here with the Four of Cups is more of that. It's more of that trust energy. And I think Four of Cups can actually feel really nice when we trust into understanding we are opening our hearts to something bigger. We are welcoming in. We are letting ourselves fall back into it, knowing that we're not going to get every single answer this August, right? Knowing that we're not going to get it all lined up and squared away and given to us in a nice report. It's going to come in a series of evolutionary waves that keep giving us information. So there's a calmness here. And the message that's coming through for me is that you don't need to feel that you need to put yourself through the agony of self-doubt, of the agony of anxiety, of the agony of not knowing, in order to receive what it is that's really meant for you. You don't have to take that step. And so this is going to be one of your big practices this month. Now, King of Wands is a powerful message, I think, at the end of August for you all. Because King of Wands is so powerful, right? And as we get into Virgo season, and as the energy starts to move into Virgo season, there is this really strong sense of deep empowerment and knowing that I think you are going to be feeling rising up and out of you from this process we've just been talking about. And this is about that fiery action that we take. Now, King of Wands, I think, yes, fire energy and Wands energy is about the actions we take in the world, how we act on the things that we feel inside of ourselves. And King of Wands definitely wants to do that. But he's not in a rush. You know, you look at this king, he's not running around. You know, he's not doing everything. He is very deliberate with what he is choosing to put that fire energy into. And that, I think, is going to be one of those beautiful things that comes out of this month. And to feel like you're getting your mojo back a little bit, that to maybe feel like you're getting some of that confidence back. And I think it's a direct result of this deep, connective process that goes on during Leo season. Another thing to keep in mind that we will be getting into much more deeply in the coming weeks and months is Mars is slowing down in August and is going to be doing a retrograde in September. That's a couple of months long. And Mars right now is in Aries, fellow cardinal sign, fourth house energy here. Home, family, internal, the secret, the hidden, the moon energy, the part of yourself that you don't feel you need to share with the rest of the world. And we're getting prepared for a big thing there. We're going to be doing a lot over on Patreon with that transit and how to work with it, how to embrace it, how to feel empowered during that time of reflection and review. But that's also something that you may be noticing in the background as a very slow, soft hum is this Mars slowdown. Now, it won't station retrograde quite yet, but it's in pre-shadow in August. I think of the King of Wands. It's very tied to that Martian Aries energy. But let's get back to the main point here for you all, which is this steady knowing, this steady, crisp, clear, step-by-step feeling that I get for you. It's not about the storm. It's not about the destruction. It's not about the tower that we've sometimes gotten for you. This is much more about this calm, consistent flowering and opening that is aided by you welcoming each of those flower openings. And by the end of the month, there's a lot of momentum here for you to really step into some full empowerment that I think will feel really good. August is a powerful month. It's going to be a very encouraging month in many ways. as the fog clears from all of this other energy and as we start to welcome in some new insight and some new solutions to things. There's a lot of solution-based energy going on in August. So I hope you have a beautiful August. I'm really excited for your energy here. When I feel it, it feels so good. Just keep in mind that some of those furies may be coming up, the haunted house voices that want to tell you you're not okay. And this month, the big practice there for you is just to recognize them as thoughts. It's a classic practice, but it's one, sometimes it's helpful to know that that may be coming up for you and to realize like, okay, you're working with that, and to practice in ways to know that it's not who you are. I would love to see you over on my Patreon. That's where we really connect. It's a beautiful little community of beautiful souls. We have really great discussions over there, and I do weekly astrology. We're going to go deep on Mars, and there's a lot of extra resources there if you are looking for a little extra support during all of this wild energy in 2020. It's a really affordable, easy way to connect deeper with me. You can also find me on my website and on Instagram at Sarah Verba. I'll leave all those links below. And I'm wearing PinkLune's gorgeous jewelry. You can find her Etsy shop in the link below as well. She has some beautiful new bold designs. And I love you so much. Have a beautiful and blessed August and Leo season and beginning of Virgo season. And I will talk to you all very soon.